Hey guys, welcome back to Future Specs. I'm Wesley, and I just picked up a lot of books from my shop that I'm going to be showing off to you guys today in this video. So let's get to it. So a few days ago I was able to brave the Canadian weather we've been having and managed to pick up my hold box for my LCS. So this is about 2 months of books, of back issues and new comic book day books that I've got that I'm going to be showing off to you guys today. So first off, I've got Vampirella versus Reanimator, the Pressable Defects variants. So shout out to Matt, Jay, and Guy for being able to get this done, and especially with them on the cover. These are some awesome covers by Blackie Shepherd. So I'm super excited to have these, and hopefully when I get to meet the Defects at Terrificon this summer, I'll have them sign one of these copies. So let's get into some new comic book day books. So first up is Nocterra Blacktop Bill Special. I've really been enjoying the Nocterra series, so I'm really excited to get an origin of Blacktop Bill. And I chose this variant because it reminded me a lot of the band Disturbed and their mascot, The Guy. So I picked it up for that reason. And then next up, I've got a series that I really enjoyed the first issue, and I'm excited to finally now have issue 2 and 3 so I can continue reading it. And that is Gods of Brutality. And so here's issue 2, the cover A. Issue 2, the cover B. Issue 3, the cover A. And then issue 3, the cover B. So I really enjoyed this story, so I went and picked up every issue and every variant to help support the creators, and hopefully the story continues on. It's basically about a metal band singer trapped in hell, and he has to fight his way out with Thor and Hercules. So as soon as I heard that, I knew I had to pick this book up, and I've been enjoying it so far, so I'm excited to see where it goes. So, as you guys know, I'm a huge Thanos fan, so I've been reading the new Eternal series, because he's a main character in it. So as long as he's a part of it, I'm going to be reading this series. And you know I had to pick up some of the awesome variants from it. So here's issue 7, the Peach Momoko cover. This is actually only my second Peach Momoko book, and that's because it's not her typical style. I actually really like this cover, and of course it's got Thanos on it, so you know I had to pick it up. And then issue 9 is the Chiang sketch variant, which, I mean, this is incredible. I love the sketch versions of covers, so I had to pick this one up. So now let's go to some back issues. So the current Kate's Thor run, I jumped in at around the 15-16 issue mark. So I've been going back and trying to get the older issues because I really enjoyed the story. So I'm really getting it for the story and not really the covers or anything. So I went with issue 8, which is the monster variant of Frankenstein Thor, which is just a really awesome cover and fills in this issue in my run. Then I got Justice League America issue 27, which I picked this up strictly for the cover because it's an awesome homage to The Exorcist, which is a great movie, classic horror film, so I got it just for that. And now you guys who have been watching the channel for a while, you all already know I love Adam Warlock, and I'm trying to put that original 15-issue miniseries together, so I got some more issues. Here's issue 11, which is part of Jim Starlin's run. Here, all of these are part of Jim Starlin's run, actually. Here's issue 12, which is the origin of Pip the Troll, who is now part of the MCU, so you know this might be a good issue to get before he becomes a main character. And lastly, issue 14, which is the first appearance of the Star Thief, who you see there. These are some really awesome covers and stories, classic Jim Starlin stuff, so I'm super excited to finally fill these into my collection. And then I'm not reading Star Wars or any of the Star Wars comics, although I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. I picked up Darth Vader 18, the Ken Lashley variant, because it's such an awesome cover and I love Ken Lashley's art. And he actually only lives about an hour away from me, so I'm hoping he'll be at some of the local cons and shows, and I can have him sign this book, because it's a really awesome cover. Okay, and next up is Spider-Man the Black Cat Strikes, issue 5 from the Gamerverse. So the Spider-Man PS4 game, I love it. It's one of my favorite video games, actually. So I really want to get all these comics set in that universe that tie into that game. So this is the first one, and it's a really awesome cover, too. And next up is Contest of Champions, issue 1. It's the first appearance of White Fox, who has been in a lot of stuff recently, especially Jed Mckay's stories. So she seems to be being brought to the forefront of comics, so who knows if that means they want to use her in the movies at some point. But this is also an awesome cover, awesome book, so I got it for super cheap, so I figured why not. Next up is Nightwing 30 from the New 52 run. This is the last issue of the series, but I got it strictly for a cover buy because I just love that awesome cover of the Nightwing's mask and the puddle of blood in the rain. I just think that looks incredible, so I picked it up. So now I've got a few books from the Jeff Lemire and Donny Cates Thanos run. So here's issue 7, issue 9, 12, and 18. Obviously because Thanos is my favorite character and I want to read it, but there's some awesome covers in this series, especially this issue 12. I love that Thanos fighting Old Man Thanos. It's really awesome. So now we get into newer books, although I guess some of these are considered back issues now. But here's Thor 6, Thor 7, I believe this is the second print, Thor 10. So I'm just getting these books to fill in my run of the story because I missed out on a few of these issues. Here's issue 10 again, but the awesome nullified, again, Ken Lashley cover, which I hope to have him sign when I eventually meet him, hopefully. Here's issue 12. Issue 13, which this might be a second print or just a variant, I'm not sure. Issue 17. And the latest hot book from the series is... issue 20. I'm glad I pre-ordered this so I could read it before it blew up with all the hype and spec on God of Hammers and all that. So, awesome to have that. So now I've got a bunch of issues of Jed McKay's Moon Knight, which is a series I've really been enjoying. I love Jed McKay's writing, and Moon Knight is a character I've wanted to get into for a while. So I figured that this series would be a great jumping on point. So here's issue 4. I love this Steve McNiven cover with Moon Knight and Tigra. Here's issue 5. Issue 6. And issue 7. So next up, I've got Silver Surfer Rebirth, issue 1. I mean, it's Ron Mars, Ron Lim, back on Silver Surfer. It's set within their original run from the 90s, which is one of my favorite comic runs of all time. And plus, it involves my guy Thanos, Ron Lim drawing him. So you know I had to pick this up. I'm super excited to see where this story goes. And I also had to get the variant with Thanos and Silver Surfer on there, because that's just so awesome. Keeping with the Thanos theme, we've got Eternal, so here's issue 7, which is the first issue of the new story arc where Thanos takes over as the Prime Eternal. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. Here's issue 8, issue 9, and the one-shot tie-in Celestia, which I believe takes place before issue 7. Now switching it up for the only DC series I'm reading, and that is Dark Knights of Steel, because I love fantasy and all that stuff, so when I saw this series was coming out, I knew I had to get it. So here's issue 1. It's the only issue I've read, which I really enjoyed so far, so I'm excited to see where this goes within the fantasy world with the DC characters. So here's issue 2. I missed issue 3, so I'm going to have to go back and get it in issue 4. And last but not least is Magic from Boom Studios. I'm a huge Magic fan. I've actually got a bunch of cards out on my desk right now because I'm building a new deck. But this is a story written by Jed McKay with the Magic characters in the world. So you know I'm reading it. It's been an awesome story so far. I've been enjoying. So here's issue 5. I missed issue 6, so I'm going to have to go back and get it. Issue 7. Issue 8. This is a really awesome cover. Issue 9. I missed issue 10 too, so I'm going to have to go back and get it, hopefully at a store that still has copies. Issue 11. And the Master of Metal one-shot, which is a story focused all on Tezzeret, who is on the cover there. So I'm really excited to continue reading this story because I love Magic, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. So that's it for this haul video. That's all the books I picked up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys got any of these books or these series and what your thoughts are on them. So, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. And subscribe for more comic book related videos like this coming from me and Joey. So, see you guys later.